Hi, Mike. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. So I just wanted to compare you to the competition, show you why they're beating you, and things you can do to close that gap and actually overtake them. So I've got your website pulled up here, and I like the layout. I've got all the drop-down menus so people can easily navigate to exactly what service they want. This get a free quote should be the first thing that pops up in the mobile format too, so that way they can easily just contact you. Now, when Google is looking at your site to rank it, it's going to use about two different factors. One is the content on the site. So it doesn't really matter so much the layout of the pictures and the text. Google's just a computer, so the first thing it's going to do is just count all the words on the page. Now, as it's counting, it's also searching for keywords, which is basically anything people are frequently searching for, usually a service and then a location that you're doing it in. This is where the number of words on a page really comes into play because you're only allowed one keyword for every 100 to 150 words on the page. Anything more than that is what we call keyword stuffing. You actually get penalized from Google for that. So you can imagine if you just had a blank website with all your services that you offer and then a list of locations of where you do it, you actually wouldn't get ranked on Google. The second thing that Google is using is what's called authority. So that's other websites that refer back to your site. You can kind of equate that to if you do a job for a customer and they tell their neighbor that you do really good work, that neighbor is going to think highly of you. But then if 10 other people tell that same neighbor that you do really good work, now you have a very high authority in their eyes, which is the same thing that Google does except with other websites. So to show you this, I'm just going to pull up the search I did here. Just did roofing in Worcester, Mass. Now, there are two different ways you're going to show up. The first thing is in what we call the map pack. Now, a lot of people think that this is based solely on the proximity of where I'm searching from, but actually has a lot more to do with the authority of your page and other factors than just location. Also, you're not going to show up in this section unless you do what's called you fill out the Google My Business profile, which is free. Any owner can do it. It's actually, I believe, in your Google Maps app now, so you can do it right from a smartphone. So then below, you're going to see what we call the organic search results. This is where the higher the authority of your website, the higher up on the list that you're going to rank. So what I did is I just grabbed the top 3 sites. Now you can ignore the directory sites like Angie's and Yelp. And what I do is I put them into this program, which kind of tells me and shows me the stats on both of the ranking factors of Google. So just for reference here, Google is finding 174 keywords through all your pages, and you have 4 other websites referring back to you. If we just do a quick look at the competition, G&O Construction has 166 with 63 referring domains. On Top Roofing has 105 with 51. And then Seven Hills has 227 with 67. Now, something to keep in mind that it's not all just about the quantity, it's about the quality of these. So if we do a quick click in here, show you what I'm talking about, it's going to list all the keywords or phrases on you that Google found on your page, as well as the volume of what they're being searched per month. So this is obviously a national keyword, roofers near me. It's not location specific. So nationally, people are searching a lot about it. But then if you go down to more regional things, you can see how many searches per month and then where your ranking is in Google for having that on your page. Now, the second part of this is if we go back to the referrals that I was talking about, there's 2 different types of these referring domains or referring pages. And they're also a huge factor when it comes to quality over quantity. So the first is called a link, or what we call a backlink. That's basically when another website, it links to yours. So whether it was a news article or a blog post or one of those sites that says, top 10 roofers in this area, those are highly ranked based on the quality of the site that they're coming from. So for instance, if Pizza Hut linked back to you, Google obviously knows that you're not slinging pizzas, so that would be not very authoritative in their eyes. You can see the ranking list here of how much authority they put to it. Now, the second type is what we call a citation. That's any time that your name, address, or phone number is listed. Those are usually pages like Yelp, Yellow Pages, things like that. The good news about those are they're free for you to get. You just need to take the time to find those types of pages, register an account with them, and then fill out all your information so you can get higher up on those. Now, I know I just went through a whole lot of information, but I wanted to try to keep this brief. So if you want to go over anything in more detail or talk about how I can help you boost these numbers and beat your competition, I'd be more than happy to. Just give me a call or shoot me an email. Let me know what time of day works for you, and I can make myself available. again, thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity.